Okay, I'm going to jump right into this one and show you guys right away something. This is from a tournament, and this player, the problem is he's actually pretty good. Like, he has pretty good piece control, pretty good reaction time, and he's just hitting all headshots with his pump, though. Pretty much one-shotting everybody every single time. But it's really hard to tell, so I'm going to show you something from the middle of the match, just so before we get into it. At first, it might be hard to tell that he's using something, but I'm going to show you right at the start. Okay, watch. Gets this target right. Like, watch this. Then we'll go back to the start. Just so you know, and you're not like, oh, he's not cheating. What do you mean? He was not close enough to have a boon, to get anything, to mark this guy, or anything like that. Boom. Right? He almost got eliminated there. He doesn't just do that once. He does this multiple times. But let's go back to the beginning. You can see him looking at this guy. You can see him looking at this guy. Alright, now let's watch from the beginning. See, when people are actually pretty good and they have good movement, pretty good mechanics, it's really hard to tell, especially when they're just moving and just using piece control and hitting their shots. Now, he obviously knew this guy was here. He shouldn't have, but... For me, it's how he puts his screen, though. Like, I really notice. Ooh. Wow, that guy cooked him. Pretty solid lock, but like when he fights like that, it's really hard to tell, right? We don't see this guy, he does. Can see him now. Once again, closest player on his map, like always. Like, look at that lock, you know that? Whenever they turn around and they come out of a void mask, you'll notice it almost, even if they're in a build, it'll go right to them when they press it. Because they're so worried when they land they might get shot that they'll usually press their locking button. So fair enough, he heard some of the shots. I don't know why you can't see these other guys on the map. You can only see the one right now. That's really weird. There's so many glitches. Bang. Watch this though. Watch how, like, you wouldn't know this guy's creeping up like that. There's no way. He's like 30 meters away crouching. There's no way. I don't care how good of headphones you got. You're not hearing this guy. And he's just so accurate. But he's pretty good. Like, he's doing piece control and stuff. And he's just one-shotting everybody. So it'd be really hard to tell. And to me, this is kind of like the new way. And then they usually do this after they get an elimination to be like, oh, I'm not cheating. I can do quad edits. Right? Like, he's got mechanics. I don't know why these people aren't showing up on our map, even though they're here. I don't know what glitch this is, but... He's going to the next closest player, like always, right? And then just one-shotting, right? So it's really hard to tell. As soon as they're open, though, maybe he's got a trigger bot as well. But it's just mostly him hitting max damage and going to the next player. Okay. Like, look at him going to this guy, how sure he is. And watch how he's going to center his screen again, like they always do. A little bit off, but pretty much right on it, see? They always do this. Of course. It almost looks like this guy's going to catch him off guard, and it looks like he's going to hear, because he's like getting ready to add it out. And then it's just a shotgun does just so much damage every time. So these people are fighting over here. Like, he shouldn't see this guy. I knew he was gonna look to his left, and he shouldn't see this guy to his left, and he looked over there. Boom. He gets bailed out every time by that shotgun. Ooh. That was a bad angle he took. But he's usually taking like pretty good angles. He's so lucky, just one more player, something didn't come. He needs to get a med kit off. He's gonna try here. Just baiting it, but just the pump, the bailout shots. And then dancing on him. I just know he has something for his shotgun, like I know he does. Okay, he's pretty smart though. He's mostly pushing fights and stuff like that, so it's harder to tell. But like one-shotted as soon as he lands, right? One shot. And then we're right back to where we were before, right? And this is where he got to this point. And he just went straight to this guy. Let's watch it again. It makes no sense how he would know this guy's here. Not in Warriors Watch. Let's go right here. Right here. He almost got eliminated. Look how he picks these. Hocus pocus. See, he's looking at the only two players. They're trying to find that other guy. Mm-hmm. Just everything's a headshot, yeah. It's just one-shotting everybody. Watch, one shot. Oh, two shots, sorry. He had a sword, so. Look, though, he can't see this guy, and he's just running towards him already, you know? The only two people on his map. He keeps doing this. He's way too accurate. Even though this guy's in a box, but he couldn't see this guy in the middle of the box until he came out from under this tree. Watch. Is it going to be a one-shot? What do you think? Basically one shot. Just think about it. Like, he never hits a 30 pump, a 40 pump, a 50 pump. He doesn't do that. That just doesn't happen. It's like always max damage. And you can just see this guy running around the hill that we can't see. I always say footprints is not as close as you guys think it is. 35 meters is not as close as you guys think. Everyone always, oh, you got footprints. No. Look, he's gonna know this guy's here. Yeah, protect yourself, yeah. Like, look how big the map is. He's protecting himself from this bush with 14 players left. Yeah, right. And they're just gonna go right to it? Mm-hmm. Not cheating at all. I mean, at this point, like, he is raging, but my point is, someone like this, it's really hard to tell. So players at the top that are good at hiding it, that are actually smart and trying to hide it, you're not gonna know. There's a lot of people who I guarantee cheat, who are pros, who there's no way of telling it. They're too good at hiding it. I'm not saying every pro cheats or anything, but of course some do. Of course they do. Like, look how perfect this is. Like, this guy's just sitting here. Look, no one was there, just running right to the perfect guy. I mean, we already know he's cheating with that bush play, the house play. He's got like 50 kills in 2 games. He's doing too much though, honestly. You know how much better you'd be if you didn't have to practice? Look at this. You didn't have to worry about like shooting and being accurate. You could just at any point press one button and it locks onto them. You could take different angles even. Is this guy got a macros on? Like, he's editing pretty quick, bro. I think he's got some cheats for his builds or something, bro. I don't know, maybe not, but I just don't understand why he's doing it so much. It's like pointless what he's doing. He's not doing it in a way to like make them miss a shot or protect himself. You'll see a lot of like really, really good fighters over edit, but it's usually to bait the player, to catch them in a trap or to protect themselves. This guy is just trying to flex on us. Oh, you shot at him. Shouldn't have done that. Like, how he's just finding this guy down here. I'm telling you, just pay attention how he puts the screen. He puts the screen here, then he puts it to this guy, then he puts it to this guy. Even if he wasn't going for this guy, it was just so obvious. It's way too accurate. Just one shot, man. But if he wasn't going for the players in the bushes, if you didn't see him going for the people in the bushes or like tracking the people through the hills, so we shaved off like 10 of these eliminations and he just did a 30 bomb, shooting him in the head and doing piece control, no one would probably notice. And that's the scary part about cheating to me, about where it's becoming and how accurate and how well they can tweak it. So they're taking some body shots, some headshots, not everything's a headshot. Like, there's so much tweaking that can go into it now that I don't know if you can stop it. Well, you really can't. You can just play cat and mouse with it. Look at him. You can just see him toggling it on. That's why I think competitive gaming will kind of die out a little bit, though. I think it'll maybe come down to like LAN events. Because I think what's going to happen, hear me out, I think this is what's going to happen. I think people are going to lose respect for everyone that's good at games and everyone that's good, and they're just going to think everyone's a cheater, and no one's really going to have that, like, I want to be like him. There's going to be so much negativity around it, and I think the people that already made a big bag from it are going to get out and just use it as like a streaming thing, use it as to like build other businesses. I think that's what it's going to be mostly. I think that's where Fortnite especially could go to die, just because the style of game it is and how much cheating can impact it, how powerful it is. Because eventually, if you're not sure who's cheating and who's not, it's not going to be... No one's going to want to watch that. And then is the game going to want to promote people cheating and then advertising that to people? And then, you know what I mean? Just like these tournaments are kind of doing now. Because personally, hear me out, I know this sucks for people that do play tournaments and try to make money and shit, but for me, I almost think it's a good thing if they get rid of the money from it. I feel like the hacking problem was not near as big until more money started coming into gaming. There's always people that hack and stuff, but now it's like there's so many. If you're at a high level of gaming in any game, you're going to be running into cheaters all the time. And that was never a thing. It was rare to see cheaters like 10, 15 years ago. It was rare to see them 20 years ago. Like, you don't see them really. Now it's just a normal thing. Like, look how he's just one-shotting everybody. I'm just not even talking about it because it's so obvious he's cheating. And just look at what he's doing, one-tapping everybody with the shotgun, going from player to player. To me, it makes me lose a lot of respect, though. And then maybe if you take the money away, people won't be cheating for money. You know, maybe they're selling accounts, but then it'll just be like the streaming side of Fortnite, right? And I think would be a lot different than just purely being competitive and just purely being the best of the best in all the tournaments. Because I think it's ruined it, honestly. It's kind of ruined it in a way. And you see a lot of the pros, they're getting burnt out and they're getting tired, jumping on the crypto train or whatever, but a lot of them seem to be getting burned out. And I'm sure it's not helping with all these cheaters coming up too. Like, it's worse than ever. Yep. I think it would be only good if they have LAN tournaments like esports. Hear me out, but this is what I think they should do. The only way to keep it. I think they should get rid of all these online tournaments, anybody can make it type shit. I think they should. I think they have to have... They could have like tryouts for here, and then you got to go to LAN events. and prove yourself. It's the only way to like get signed on organizations. Just how they do it in what's it called, Call of Duty and all the CS:GO, where you actually have to have a lot of more in-game turn. I think they need to have it more in-game than online. I know people would hate that, but I think it's the only way you could ever make competitive serious. Because to me right now it's just fading and it's slowly slipping faster and faster and faster. I don't want to see it go anywhere. I do enjoy watching people that are really good, but when you can't tell who's cheating or not anymore, and it's only blending and blending more and more together, it makes me not really want to watch it as much. I'm not gonna lie. But if you guys like this type of content, make sure to drop a sub, drop a like, leave a comment. Appreciate you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.